To me, that's inspirational, whether it, just listening to Caitlyn, her work ethic, it was important to her. And I mean, she's just starting, her round of golf, if her journey. I
was trying to think of who else maybe could play today, especially in women's sports, that would.
Caitlyn Clark just stunned the entire sports world again. The same woman who shattered every basketball record walked into a new sport, golf, and made history on her very first day. Yes, you heard that correctly. Caitlyn Clark just broke a golf world record. The golf world froze. Tiger Woods was speechless. Steph Curry was shocked. Even LPGA pros couldn't believe it.
Yeah. All roads lead to the Annika Pro-Am. Trust me, all roads, all cameras, all people will be tuned in for the Annika Pro-Am. Why? To see the GOAT, Caitlyn Clark, take over the show.
But here's the twist. While golf legends were celebrating her name, some familiar WNBA faces were missing. Aya Wilson, Angel Reese, not a single word, not even a congratulations. So tell me, should Caitlyn have invited them, or were they the ones who didn't deserve to watch her shine? Comment your thoughts below, because after today, Caitlyn Clark may have just proven she's bigger than basketball. She's a generational phenomenon. It all began on a breezy Friday morning at the RSM Classic Prom. The event wasn't meant to be special, just.
All of these places, every media outlet is covering this, and you don't say anything. That's what we were talking about this whole season. We were correct. The fans that were saying that the WNBA seems to be trying to quiet the noise of Caitlyn Clark, not letting her shine to her full.
A simple celebrity tournament. But once Caitlyn Clark's name appeared on the player list, everything shifted. Fans lined up before sunrise. Golf tickets sold out instantly, and for the first time in RSM history, there were more Caitlyn Clark jerseys than golf hats in the crowd. The announcer's voice echoed across the course. From the University of Iowa, now representing the Indiana Fever, please welcome Caitlyn Clark. And as she stepped up to the tee, thousands went silent.
Caitlyn Clark's name affiliated with the event. They know the pub that it's gonna bring and everything that's gonna come with it. So obviously, they're gonna do what's best for business. Unlike the WNBA, let's be clear here. It's just so funny, and I said this in a video before.
You could hear the wind brushing through the grass. Then she swung, and boom. The sound of that first drive cracked like thunder. Straight, clean, powerful. Her very first shot sailed past 270 yards. The crowd exploded. Reporters ran in. Cameras flashed. Tiger Woods smiled. Steph Curry said, "That's the best first swing I've ever seen." And just like that, Caitlyn Clark, the basketball queen, was suddenly trending in golf. Golf Digest called her the most natural crossover athlete since Michael Jordan. ESPN headlined, "Caitlyn Clark just changed golf forever."
Unlike the W, just the presence alone of Caitlyn Clark, they understand what that could do for their sport. They understand that, let's say 1,000 new eyeballs, 10,000 new eyeballs show up. If only they could get a fraction of those new eyeballs to become fans, they understand that's a win.
But as the praise poured in, one question kept coming up. Where were Aya Wilson and Angel Reese? When Caitlyn dominated basketball, they had plenty to say, calling her privileged, claiming she received too much media attention. Yet now, as Caitlyn was breaking golf records, not a single word emerged. The WNBA had spent an entire season attempting to humble her. Trash talk, jealous comments, even league executives refusing to promote her properly. But the golf world welcomed her with open arms. LPGA superstar Nelly Korda approached Caitlyn and said, "You're welcome here. You belong here." Maria Fassi told reporters, "Caitlyn's energy is pure. She brings a fire we've been missing." In basketball, she had been treated like an outsider. In golf, she was treated like a queen. Then came the moment that will go down in sports history. Hole 7 par 4, the very hole where even PGA pros sometimes miss the green. Caitlyn lined up her shot. The crowd fell silent again. She took a deep breath and swung. The ball soared through the air, landed perfectly, and rolled within inches of the cup. Gasps, cheers, chaos. The commentators couldn't believe it. She finished the round 13 under par, breaking the previous prom record. Tiger Woods.
Business is booming when Caitlyn is involved. Pro-Am tickets are $25, and event organizers saw demand increase 1,200% for the Pro-Am because of Clark, one of the most popular figures in the sports world. 1,200%. Oh, it's because of me too. No, it's not. No, it's not.
No, it's not an exaggeration. Woods watched from the sidelines and said, "That was one of the cleanest, most confident swings I've ever seen from a non-pro." Steph Curry tweeted, "Caitlyn Clark might just be better than me at this point." Social media exploded. Caitlyn Clark golf trended #1 worldwide. Major outlets flooded the news with headlines, "Caitlyn Clark can do it all, the future of women's sports is here." Meanwhile, Aya Wilson posted an Instagram story, but not about Caitlyn, it was a brand collab. Fans noticed, and the comments were brutal, "Why can't you just be happy for her?" Caitlyn was making history, and they stayed silent. Angel Reese also remained quiet, and for the first time, the narrative flipped. Fans stood up for Caitlyn, not the other way around. Caitlyn later said in an interview, "It's funny. I came here just to have fun, but I guess I just can't stop competing." That is Caitlyn, a girl who doesn't chase headlines. They chase her from college basketball arenas to packed WNBA stadiums and now golf greens. She is redefining what it means to be multi-talented. Her parents watched from the sidelines, crying with pride. Her mom said, every time she picks up something new, she gives her whole heart to it. So, what's next? Will Caitlyn train with golf pros? Will she compete in future PGA or LPGA events? No one knows. But one thing is certain, her talent has no limits. As the crowd surrounded her, chanting her name, smiling, crying, it was clear. The moment women's sports shifted forever. Caitlyn Clark didn't just swing a golf club, she swung open a door for every woman ever told, "Stay in your lane." She's not just a basketball player anymore. She's a movement, a living, breathing definition of greatness. So, what's next for Caitlyn Clark? Tell me in the comments. If this was just the beginning, the world better be ready. If you love this story, hit like, subscribe for more updates, and share with someone who still doubts her greatness. Caitlyn Clark reminded the world that legends aren't born, they're made, one swing at a time. 5. But as praise poured in, one question kept coming up. Where were Aya Wilson and Angel Reese? Because when Caitlyn dominated basketball, they had plenty to say. They called her privileged. They said she got too much media love. But now when Caitlyn was breaking golf records, not a single word, the WNBA spent an entire season trying to humble her fouls. Trash talk. Jealous comments. Even league executives refusing to promote her properly. But the golf world, they opened their arms. LPGA superstar Nelly Korda walked up to Caitlyn and said, "You're welcome here. You belong here." Maria Fy told reporters, "Caitlyn's energy is pure. She brings a fire we've been missing." In basketball, she was treated like an outsider. In golf, she was treated like a queen. Then came the moment that will go down in sports history, hole 7 par 4, the same hole where even PGA pros sometimes miss the green. Caitlyn lined up her shot. The crowd went silent again. She took a deep breath and swung. Ball soared through the air, landed perfectly, and rolled within inches of the cup. Gasps, cheers, chaos. The commentators couldn't believe it. She finished the round 13 under par, breaking the previous prom record. Tiger. 6. No, it's not. Woods watched from the sidelines and said, "That was one of the cleanest, most confident swings I've ever seen from a non-pro." And Steph Curry tweeted, "Caitlyn Clark might just be better than me at this point." Social media exploded. Caitlyn Clark golf trended #1 worldwide. Major outlets flooded with headlines. Caitlyn Clark can do it all. She broke records without even trying. She's what women's sports needed all along. Meanwhile, Aya Wilson posted an Instagram story, but not about Caitlyn. It was about her brand collab. Fans noticed. The comments were brutal. Why can't you just be happy for her? Caitlyn's out there making history, and you're silent again. Even Angel Reese stayed quiet, and for the first time the narrative flipped. The fans stood up for Caitlyn, not the other way around. Caitlyn later said in an interview, "It's funny. I came here just to have fun, but I guess I just can't stop competing." That's Caitlyn, a girl who doesn't chase headlines. They chase her from college basketball arena, so packed WNBA stadiums and now golf greens. She's rewriting what it means to be multi-talented. Her parents were there too, watching, crying. Her mom said every time she picks up something new, she just gives her heart to it. So, what happens next? Will Caitlyn Clark actually train with golf pros now? Will she appear in future PGA or LPGA events? No one knows. But one thing's certain, she just proved that her talent knows no limits. And as the crowd surrounded her that day, chanting her name, smiling, crying, you could feel it. The moment women's sports shifted forever. Caitlyn Clark didn't just swing a golf club. She swung open a door for every woman who was ever told, stay in your lane. She's not just a basketball player anymore. She's a movement, a living, breathing definition of what greatness looks like. So, what's next for Caitlyn Clark? You tell me in the comments. Because if this was just the beginning, the world better be ready for what's coming next. If you love this story, hit that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel for more Caitlyn Clark updates. And share this with someone who still doubts her greatness. Because Caitlyn Clark just reminded the world, legends aren't born, they're made one swing at a. The entire sports world is witnessing a moment we haven't seen in decades, and honestly, maybe we've never seen anything quite like it, because Caitlyn Clark is rewriting history in real time, breaking every barrier once believed to exist in women's sports, and Friday morning at the RSM Classic proved she isn't just an athlete, she's a force reshaping culture. Imagine this, a calm, breezy morning, golfers casually warming up, fans expecting a typical prom, and then instantly the entire atmosphere shifts the moment her name appears on the pairing list. Caitlyn Clark, the generational star who shattered basketball records and carried TV ratings on her shoulders, stepped into a brand new sport with zero fear, zero hesitation, and instantly turned golf into the biggest storyline of the week. Fans arrived before sunrise, tickets sold out in minutes, and RSM officials were stunned as her merch outsold golf hats for the first time ever. When the announcer called out, from the University of Iowa, now representing the Indiana Fever, please welcome Caitlyn Clark, an electric shock ran through the crowd. Thousands fell silent, cameras locked in, the breeze paused, and then she swung. That sound, clean, sharp, explosive, ripped through the air like lightning. Her first drive sailed past 270 yards, and you could feel everything shift as Tiger Woods grinned, Steph Curry reacted, LPGA pros gasped, and reporters rushed toward her. Suddenly, the basketball queen was trending worldwide for golf. Golf Digest labeled her the most natural crossover athlete since Michael Jordan. ESPN blasted her swing across every platform, and the sports world admitted something they weren't prepared for. Caitlyn Clark isn't just elite in basketball, she might be elite in everything. But while golf legends praised her, something else became impossible to ignore.
Aya Wilson? Silent. Angel Reese? Nothing.
The same players who always had opinions when Caitlyn dominated basketball fell quiet the moment she dominated golf. No shout-outs, no reposts, nothing. And fans noticed. The WNBA spent an entire season downplaying her, refusing to promote her properly, and benefiting from her fame while critiquing her, yet here she was, welcomed like royalty in a sport she'd barely touched. LPGA superstar Nelly Korda walked up with a smile and said, "You belong here." Maria Fassi told reporters Caitlyn brought an energy the sport had been missing. Meanwhile, the WNBA acted as if none of it was happening. But the real turning point came at hole 7, the toughest par 4 on the course, the type even PGA pros struggle with. Caitlyn set her stance, adjusted her grip, exhaled deeply, and swung. The ball flew perfectly, bounced near the flag, and rolled inches from dropping in. The crowd exploded. Cheers, screams, disbelief. Commentators couldn't process what they were watching. She closed the round 13 under, breaking the prom record, something seasoned pros rarely touch. Ticket demand shot up 1,200%. Media outlets flooded timelines with headlines, "Caitlyn Clark can do everything." The future of women's sports is here. A new era has begun. And while golf celebrated her, social media erupted over the silence from her WNBA rivals. Fans questioned why Aya could post ads but not congratulate history. Why Angel Reese could tweet during games but not acknowledge a generational moment. For the first time, the narrative flipped, not against Caitlyn, but in her favor. People finally recognized what her supporters said all year. She wasn't the privileged one, she was the target. She wasn't overhyped, she was underappreciated. And now in golf, free from jealousy, politics, and league ego, she was finally treated the way she always deserved. When reporters asked how she felt, Caitlyn smiled and said, "I came here just to have fun, but I guess I can't stop competing." That line said everything. She doesn't chase greatness, greatness finds her. From sold-out college arenas to record WNBA ratings to golf fairways filled with fans wearing her jersey, Caitlyn Clark is redefining the meaning of a modern icon. Her parents watched proudly, her mom saying, anytime she tries something new, she gives her whole heart to it, and anyone watching knew it was true. So now the world wonders, will she train with golf pros? Will she appear in PGA or LPGA events? Could she become a global multi-sport athlete? No one knows, but one thing is certain: her talent, her discipline, her impact. None of it has limits. She didn't just swing a club that day. She swung open a door for every girl told she was too bold, too competitive, too ambitious. Caitlyn Clark proved that staying in your lane is a lie. She proved greatness isn't confined to one sport. And as fans surrounded her, chanting, crying, cheering, raising signs that read "Caitlyn changed everything," it was clear. This wasn't just a moment, it was history being rewritten in real time. So what's next for Caitlyn Clark? That's the wild part. We're only at the beginning. The world better be ready, because this wasn't a highlight. This was the start of a revolution.